Hey everyone, Crystal Grace here. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about what makes you attractive. So we have 3 piles to choose from: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Quick disclaimer while you're connecting with one of these cards is that if a message doesn't resonate, simply let it go. If a message begins to put you on a downward spiral, opt off of the reading and trust that this reading is not for you. I do not sit here and conjure negative energy to ruin your day or life. And so with that said, let's jump into it. Let's find out what makes you attractive. Pile number 1, those of you who chose card number 7, the Poet. Welcome to your reading. We have transcribe, envision, write, and recite. So I'm just pulling up the book. Mean what you say and speak mindfully, as words are enchanting spells that conjure magic. Isn't that funny? I actually feel like what really makes you attractive based off this card, this energy, is your mind, right? And it's your words and your mind. So your mind and your verbal communication. I feel like, this aspect of enchanting spells that conjure magic. I think what makes you very attractive, pile 1, is you are quite angelic here. And I see that here with the person on the horse. You are highly intuitive. Some of you could be actually a poet. You could be well educated. You could write quite well. You could recite quite well. Some of you can also sing. People also find this quite attractive. So this book says you are entering a powerful phase of creation, shaping your own truth and forming the narrative of your own story. So I feel like a lot of you are working on creating something. You are shaping your own destiny. You are building something in this life, and people find this heavily attractive. You are the narrator of your story. So maybe a lot of you are quite single. People find this quite attractive because you're building an empire and you're building it all by yourself. I just feel like, that saying, say what you mean and mean what you say. People definitely know that you're a person of your word. Like, people don't have any issues not trusting you is what I'm hearing. Like, when they talk to you, they know that they're getting, like, the truth. And maybe you're just surrounded by a lot of people. Let's zoom out so you can see the cat, because some of you only come here for the cat. Did you hear that? Some of them only come here for you. So maybe that also resonates for you guys. Maybe wherever you work, some people only go there because you work there. So I'm being called to get a few more of these cards. What, coffee and cats everywhere. Maybe we should call it coffee and cats. Show us. The Sovereign. Oh, there's that artist. One more. The Lionheart. We have Caretaker on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Squishy bum over there. Sorry, guys. Okay. So we have card 18. We have card number 9. We also have a cat. That's no sense of space. Cool. Go away. Sorry, guys. The Sovereign. So reclaim, preserve, govern, and remember. So we have 7, 18, 9, and 19. There's the Lionheart. No more people pleasing. It's time to stop overcompensating to appease others, as this only creates leakages in your power and it doesn't help anyone in the long run. So what I'm picking up from that short passage, which is all the way down here, you guys, what makes you very attractive is that you do not people please. This is how I perceive this. You definitely don't overcompensate to appease others, because you are like, and coming back to the poet card, you are the master, you are the narrator of your life, right? So I feel like what overall makes you severely attractive is your self-respect. Okay, you have a level of self-respect that is very alluring, is very attractive, and it's very strong. Okay, you stand strong in your principles, knowing that sometimes the best thing to do is to step back and not engage. So some of you don't even buy into people's negativity. Again, this makes you like heavily sexually attractive. You're very connected to your soul. Like, you know, this woman is sitting on her throne surrounded by her peacock and a lion, right? They're very outstanding animals to be surrounded by. Like, if you can master to tame a peacock and a lion, like, you are damn fine. You definitely have mastered a lot in your life. You guys could be high achievers, right? You could have conquered a lot in this life. You've definitely reclaimed your power. You definitely are writing your destiny. And I feel like what makes you very attractive is like no one can enter your field, your energy field, and fuck your shit. Like, you know who you are, you know what you stand for. If people don't come correct at you, then like off with their head, you know. Your mind is here with this artist. We have dream, design, craft, and create. Your mind is very at peace. You know, you have a very beautiful mind. You have a very beautiful way of looking at life as well. So overall, I feel like your main attractive qualities here, Pile 1, is the mind. Okay, is your intelligence. It's the way you communicate. It's the way you think. Okay, it's not to say that you are not aesthetically beautiful. You are. It's not to say that your aesthetics do not seem attractive to people, but we're asking the question, what makes you attractive? And this is the big one for you. And it's great. Like it's a really good good way to be found to be attractive, to be fair. Not everyone has a beautiful mind. Some people have really fucked up minds, and you want to run for the hills when you figure that out. So then we have the lion heart, prevail, endure, dare, and confront. This is that like fighting spirit. We do have 2 lions here. Maybe we've got some Leos in the house, but you know, we have this person who's not wearing any armor but has a shield and a sword, right? You are a very brave one, okay? I feel like this card talks about this may involve a monumentous transition in your life, a new cycle, chapter, earth-shattering breakthrough, or celebratory win. Blah, blah, blah. It's 5 a.m. here in Australia when I'm doing this read. Yes, I wake up early because I work in a mine. So on my 7 days, I work in a mine straight. I get up at 4:20 and then, yeah, on my days off for 7 days, I get up around 5:30. But you're very courageous here, right? It says, heed your heart wisdom and plunge forward with enthusiasm. Take decisive action without overthinking it. So I think, again, this is coming back to the mind. Like, you always take action towards things courageously, with a lot of bravery, because you trust your decisions. You trust what, you know, the universe has to offer you. Again, there's this angelic sort of energy around you. So you guys could be highly intuitive here. But overall, I definitely feel like it's the mind. So let's get what are we gonna get? A big stretch. I don't know. I kind of feel really called to leave it there. I don't think we need a big old reading on what makes you attractive. I think this is what makes you attractive, your mind. So I am going to leave it there. I don't normally ever just not do tarot decks, but today I will, because I'm going to soldier through an array of topics today. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments with a little love heart emoji. And sending all my love and light to you. If you are looking for a personal read, head over to my Etsy shop. Link is in description. I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We have card number 4, Dancer. Shift, dance, enrapture, embody. So I'm going to just quickly look at the book. And just a heads up, I'm just going to use this Oracle deck for this reading. I didn't feel called in pile 1 to pull tarot, which is very unusual for me, but it is what it is. But based off this imagery alone, I feel like what people find most attractive about you is your physical attributes, okay? And the way you move, okay? And the way you dance, right? There is something very alluring and very arousing about your physique. It could be the way you style your clothes, style your hair. But, you know, her body looks very, very fit, okay? So I feel for this pile, what makes you very attractive is your body. But not just your body. It's like the way your body moves, the way your body, like... I don't know, moves to the rhythm, right? Now, I do feel what makes you attractive is also how you only move to the beat of your own drum, okay? You are very hypnotic. You put people in a hypnotic trance, right? Because of the way you flow, because of the way you celebrate your connection with the divine. So we have a lot of spiritual people in this pile. We've got shimmy and shimmer, your very own devotional temple dance. I definitely feel like me, my best friend of like 20, oh, no, it's not more. It's like 30, 35 years, right? I've known Peter. And we used to say, shimmy, shimmy, and we'd shimmy towards each other and we'd shimmy back, right? So that's a very sweet in nature kind of act between two friends. So I feel like what makes you very attractive is your genuine kind nature. I feel like a lot of you still celebrate your inner child. You shimmer in a different way to other people around you. You haven't lost your light. You definitely shine quite bright. Some of you are quite famous in regards to dance or something to do with the body here. It says a heartening move in the right direction is on the cards for you. Promising opportunities create a refreshing change and lead you one step closer to accomplishing your wildest dreams. Move forward with absolute confidence, knowing that when you embrace your authenticity, never-ending possibilities open up for you. Maybe some of you just needed to hear that. Maybe you are feeling a little bit stuck at this time. And I do feel called to say some of you do feel like you are a sexual object to those around you because of your aesthetics. I think a lot of you who have picked this pile may... there would be a term for it, you know, you suffer the consequences of your beauty because you attract people who just sort of want to hook up with you for your beauty or your, you know, your attractiveness and then sort of move on, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like there's a strong message for you is like, if you are learning how to set boundaries and change, redirect yourself, like this card is giving you that confirmation, opportunity, like new paths are opening up for you, new people will be approaching you. Keep on dancing to your own tune and trust in the divine timing if you are seeking a romantic relationship, is what this book is actually talking about. Funnily enough, I go to this other side of the page and that message is there. An enchanted meeting will simply happen by chance when this person dances into your life. Embrace them with open arms. So this person's going to have loving qualities because you have loving qualities. You know, what makes you attractive is like, I think initially it is your body, it is the way you look, right? But it then turns into energy, right? The person that you are, who you represent to be in this life is what makes you attractive. So I actually think for all of you, you're the whole package for this pile. I do feel you are very spiritually gifted here. If you haven't taken that path yet, because you have been resistant to flow with your spirituality, I would say this is a call to, you know, open your mind to that and consider exploring your spiritual gifts. But yeah, like I'm called to work more with this deck. So let's find out more. What makes pile 2 attractive? Shapeshifter, which is all about movement, really. The medium, love it. And the way shower. We have teacher on the bottom of the deck. I'm loving this for you guys. So we have shapeshifter, ruffle, cease, bewilder, shake, medium, culminate, consult, connect, convey. And then we have way shower, usher, decide, discern, and defend. So, you know, shapeshifter is about movement, changing to adapt to environments. People find this very attractive. They are very attracted to you for this reason. You are a chameleon, I do believe, but you are very spiritually gifted. And I have a funny feeling a lot of you, your expectations of your spiritual gifts could be a little bit too high, in the sense that you might put spiritual gifts so far up the chain that when you may compare your spiritual gifts to other people's spiritual gifts. And I want you to stop doing that, pile 2, because that's not healthy. That's not healthy for you to go down the path of enhancing your spiritual gifts. If you're constantly comparing them to other people, you're always going to be putting a blockage upon your gifts, right? So please, if that does resonate, please work with clearing that blockage. I'm not really gonna sit here and talk about what's the best crystal, but a clear quartz, a rose quartz would suffice in clearing that blockage. But yeah, let's go to the book. Let's go find a shapy shifter. What is that? 43. Yeah, it says, be reassured, as an intuitive communicator, you have the natural ability to adapt, fit in, and be accepted in any new surroundings. Like these 3 cards all talk about medium spiritual gifts, right? Well, this is witchy woo-woo energy, but we'll get to that. This is the light, this is the dark. So I know in my audience, we do have a handful of you that do work with the light and the dark magic. And I know that because I also work with the light and the dark magic. Well, I wouldn't call it, I just call it manifestation. So like when I cross paths with people who like literally make my life fucking hell, I just wish the worst things for them. And, you know, I probably need to grow up a little bit, but part of me is like, no, I don't. They shouldn't be allowed to walk this earth fucking being horrible motherfuckers. But anyway, that is for another day of conversation. But I would say you resonate with that to a degree, or maybe you're just more mature than I am. I don't know if it's about maturity. I just think it's more about different ways we deal with people abusing us, really. But yeah, I definitely feel like what people find attractive about you is that you do have a tendency to fly under the radar here. Like you look the way you look, but you don't go and flaunt it. So again, you sort of the shapeshifter in the fact that how you look is not how you act. People find this very attractive. I feel like a lot of you could be quite timid. Okay. You definitely disguise yourself, or you try and disguise your beauty. And I feel like that's probably coming back to this energy of attracting people who are only interested in your beauty. So once they've, you know, hooked up with you, they move on. So I feel like some of you have learnt to maybe tone down your beauty to prevent these people like seeing you in a crowd, picking you out in a crowd from far away. Look, it talks about a raven spirit glides into your jungle to signify that magic is at play. What people find attractive about you is that when you enter their jungle, right, I feel like you signify the like people can see you're magical. People can feel your magical energy, right? This is what they find attractive. So it's like you're the whole package in the sense you look a certain way and then you have this beautiful energy, you have this beautiful soul. So people find everything about you quite attractive, right? I feel like it's energy and physicalities is the reason why people find you very attractive. You have a tendency to talk to anyone. You don't, you're not, what's the word? You're not, it's like you're not it's like you're not capable of talking to any kinds of people, and people find this attractive. So people can take you to any kind of environment, right? And this is the whole shapeshifter, this is the whole chameleon energy I'm picking up. Anyone can take you into any environment and you will survive, you will adapt, and people adapt to you very easily, right? So let's move to card number 6, the medium. Look, there is a message here, like a challenging journey is coming to an end and your long-awaited closure is near, if anyone needs to hear that. It talks about honoring your heavy heart and relinquish embedded grief by allowing tears of sorrow to flow. So I feel like the medium card here is also giving me this Empress vibe, right? This nurturing vibe. I feel like what people find attractive about you is you help them heal. Okay, so I definitely feel like a lot of you're attracting a lot of wounded warriors. Like, they're probably not warriors. They're probably very low vibrational people. The fact that I've gone on a random tangent about the things that I would have to say you guys are probably right in the crux of attracting the most low vibrational people who just like come in and do damage to you. But I definitely feel like this challenging journey is coming to an end because you are learning to cultivate like your own energy. You are learning to trust in your psychic abilities. So maybe you guys are getting those signs. You're getting the synchronicities from the universe. Red alert, this person's a fuckwit, run for the hills, but you don't, because you're too kind-hearted. You keep like, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You keep giving these people the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like you are learning to trust in your spiritual gifts. Well, you need to if you haven't started already. You definitely need to be patient with these gifts as well, right? You can't just expect them to happen overnight. You got to work on it and you got to put them into practice. And it can take decades. Yes. Anything can take decades to master. Because you're healing as well, pile 2. So be patient with your health. Yeah, be patient with your health. So some of you have got health issues here, but be patient with yourself. Accept that healing takes time, right? Grief may feel like it never really ends, but it does change. It does get easier. And some of you, you know, something that I was told, 20 years ago was with triggers. When you go through trauma, triggers will come up. You'll think you've healed from your trauma, and then a trigger will happen, and fuck, you are back to where it all started. Just for a couple of days, or just for a day, or just for an hour. You won't really know until those triggers unfold, or who actually sets off those triggers. It may not even be anyone. It could be just seeing something, going to a location. But patience is being asked of you here, and to trust that, every day is getting easier. It just takes time and patience. And I know that some of you do not want to hear that, but hopefully it'll help you at some point in this journey. Because it did help me 20 years later. I feel like, it talks about here, establish a link with your spirit guides and interact in a telepathic conversation by asking questions, actively listening, and intuitively interpreting their mystical transmissions. What I actually think here with this small passage is what people find attractive about you, Pile 2, is that you can read people's minds without you knowing that you're doing it. And this comes up in conversation. So what people find attractive about you is they don't have to tell you how they're feeling. You can feel it and you act accordingly. But some of you don't even realize you're doing things for people that you're just doing them, right? You're actively just, you might just invite someone over for dinner, but on the other hand, they're hoping that you will invite them over for dinner. So they look at that as you are have some kind of telepathy skill set with them. So I would have to say overall, what finds you attractive is your body, your aesthetics, but your spirituality here. But again, I'm being told a lot of you aren't aware of how strong your spiritual abilities are, but the people around you understand how strong they are. And they feel like you're actively listening to, whoever you connect with spiritually, to be able to provide for them. Please be mindful, you could be surrounded by a lot of people who use you for your gifts, okay? And then to close out your reading with card number 30, the way shower. You may feel like you're standing at a crossroad, contemplating the right way to go. Tap into your inner compass to sense all the choices available to you. I feel like what makes you attractive is you help people when they're at a crossroad. I think you have a lot of friends that come to you. You may only hear from certain people when they're at a crossroad, when they're facing an obstacle. And this is what people find attractive about you. I definitely feel like you need to work with some kind of protection here, because I get the impression that you are such very kind-hearted individuals that people have a tendency to use you, but you can't use them, in the sense use is probably the wrong choice of words here. People can lean on you, but whenever you need to lean on them, they're not available. They don't pick up their phone. And so I feel like what people find attractive about you is you're always there for them. You're always there to help guide them, work through any obstacles, challenges. But I am being called to say, if these people aren't returning the favor, stop picking up their phone call in the middle of something you're doing that could be quite busy. You could be busy doing something and say, Tonya calls you, and, Tonya's a good friend, but Tonya's never really there for you when you're having a mental breakdown or something like that. So when you are doing something and Tonya calls you, don't pick up the phone. You can call Tonya back. Stop dropping everything for people who don't drop everything for you, is the message I am feeling called to sort of enlighten you with. I love this. Kissing the earth, you walk along with your magical moon dust and stride in unity with the goddess to weave magic along the way. Craft, create, and dream under the dark moon of endless possibilities. I honestly think cultivate gratitude, notice and truly appreciate the good things along the way. I think the more you could work with this goddess, okay, you could work with her. So Hecate is the goddess, right? And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so my apologies, but call on her in your darkest hour whenever you have a difficult decision to make. If you are open to calling on different gods or goddesses, Hecate, so Hecate is how you spell her name, and she will light the way for you. She sends a lot of signs and synchronicities your way if you're already working with her. But yeah, I do hope you guys have found this reading useful. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending all my love and light to you. If you are looking for a personal read, the link to my Etsy store is down below. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. We have card number 5. We have Oracle. Lead, ask, listen, and trust. Little Red Riding Hood, right? What do people find attractive about you? For some of you, it's your hair specifically. But she's holding magic in her hands, right? And when I think about the Oracle, I think a lot of people find your mystic energy or your aura quite attractive. I would say your aesthetics are quite attractive, but based off this, it's your torso and your breasts and your hair, your face is probably very outlined in this imagery. But you are very, you hold a magic within you that people find very attractive. I kind of get this impression from this card of a high level of confidence. So people might find your level of confidence quite attractive. She also has a very resting witch face here. It's more like, come at me and I will fuck you up, right? Is sort of the vibe I'm picking up here. Like, hit me with your best shot, fire away, and then I will like bring down your life is sort of the vibe I'm picking up. People very much find you guys could be very intimidating and people find this very attractive. I think you could be very Queen of Swordsy. You have very sharp words. You're very witty. If people don't show you the same level of respect you show them, you have no issue bringing that to their attention. You have no issue verbalizing negative behavior towards you, negative treatment towards you, and people find this extremely attractive. I think you have a lot of people around you who are learning from you, Pile 3, and I think you have a lot of people around you who are very intimidated by you. You make people very timid and very shy, but they like this. So I would say these are people who are very sexually drawn to you. They kind of like how fiery and feisty you are and like have this attitude, fuck with me and I'll fuck with you. Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up here. So with this reading, I was sort of drawing upon the book to navigate my messages. But yeah, it says the Oracle will guide you back to your path of sovereign power. So I definitely feel like your words of wisdom to people find very attractive, because people may fall off a path and you kind of put them back on it. Now you put them back on it probably in a very ungraceful way because you call people out for their negative bullshit. So people find this attractive. Like, people might start behaving in a very inappropriate way. They kind of cross paths with you and you put them in their place. So an example I'm getting is like people who are sort of looking outside of a relationship. If they try and hit on you and they're in a relationship, you'll put them in their place and call them out on that like bullshit, and then they will like sort of get back on the path of trying to rebuild in their relationship, as opposed to looking for some kind of third party situation, is the message I'm getting from there. You are very dedicated to yourself, right? To your personal endeavors, is what I'm seeing as I sort of scan through this book. It says, explore artistic expression to discover your innate intuitive gifts. Know the spiritual signs and messages can be quite abstract. Observe the visions and insights that come through. there's something quite artistic, some kind of form of artistic expression that you do, and people find this quite attractive. Okay, I do feel like we have witchy woo-woos in this pile. You are highly intuitive, so people find this attractive. You already know what kind of action somebody's going to take towards you before they do it. And it's sort of what I'm getting is you already know what somebody's going to say before they say it. So I think a lot of people find this attractive because if they try and approach you, you kind of shut it down before they can even approach you. Whether that be in a look or a few words, people find this quite attractive about you. Every time you talk, you have a meaningful message, okay? And I feel like people find this very attractive. Like you're always speaking from a higher value place. You're a very high value woman, a high value man, or a high value non-gender identified individual. And I think a lot of people find this very attractive about you. So that's all coming back and tying into this level of confidence that you have. I feel like a lot of you do not get distracted easily. You don't procrastinate. When you're on a path and you're focused on a goal or a dream, you go after it. People find this very attractive. No one can push you off your path, right? People have probably tried to push you off your path or tried to navigate you down the wrong path, and you do not budge. You don't fall for people's bullshit. You don't fall for people's manipulation, and people find this very attractive. You probably have a lot of envious people around you well, I wouldn't say they're envious. I would say they're a bit more like got a bit of a sour taste in their mouth because they try and fuck with your energy. They try and fuck with your path, but like they always fall flat on their face. So we've got musician. We have teacher. Some of you could have come from pile 3. Pile 2. Because it seems like Dreamweaver. We have the illusionist. Yeah, like see the red here? And this card was stuck to the teacher card, but I did put it back in the deck. So I do want to consider it there. So let's look at the illusionist card first. Yeah, it says, see beyond the veil to find the hidden meaning. So people, what they find attractive about you, pile number 3, is the fact that you can already see through their bullshit. You are a seer here. And again, this is reiterating this energy here, the illusionist. You do not fall for people's illusions. You're aware of tricks that people can place on you, like the whole smoke and mirrors. People may distort the truth, but you can see right through it. People find this very attractive. You're not easy to manipulate. You can't be manipulated. No matter how much somebody tries to distort the truth or distort their character to make you think that they are of good nature, you don't have rose-colored glasses on, right? So you see the truth, you see right through people, and people are very attractive about this. So another example coming through is somebody could say something to you and you know they're being condescending, but they will try and blow it off as like, no, I was just being humorous, and you will call out their bullshit, is sort of the vibe I'm picking up. And I feel like from that point, right, you expand on that viewpoint or you expand on that notion, because then you'll start scratching beneath the surface to find out the obvious reason as to why people behave like this. So some of you could have a lot of knowledge around psychology. So this could have been pulled over from a past life. So you may not even in this life have done a lot of research or study in psychology, but you have this knowledge within you, is what I'm being told. So people find this very attractive, and I feel like these are people who watch you in action, is what I'm hearing. So they watch people come at you and then you sort of destroy them. But you destroy them in a way where they don't realize they're being destroyed, in the sense that their reputation is being destroyed. I feel like a lot of people find it very attractive that you are very in touch with your intuition. You're very in touch with some kind of higher power here, the Oracle even. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm picking up. So let's go back to card number 8, musician. Musician. I'm not a magician. I'm a musician. What? We have shine, play, invoke, express. So there was some kind of artistic expression with the Oracle. Musician is coming out here. So I would say a lot of you have some kind of music talent. If you don't have music talent, it's the music that you listen to, right? It's the music that you play that helps you shine and it helps you express. So I think what people find attractive about you is your connection with music. I think people feel more drawn to you when they listen to the music you're listening to. I think they feel more drawn to you when they listen to you singing to the lyrics that you're listening to. There is something about some of your voices that inspire and awaken the souls around you. So this may not be in the sense of singing. This could be in the sense of just talking. But yeah, I definitely feel like there are a lot of people around you who find you very high vibrational. They love to sit in your energy. They love to be a part of your life. I feel like when people are in your good books, they are very spiritually protected. They find this very attractive. People feel your energy in the sense of positivity. So when you're around, positive things happen for them. When you're not in their life starts to turn to shit. Like you guys are the light workers, I would say, among the 3 piles. And we see that here with the teacher coming out as well. People learn a lot from you in the way that you live your life. You make people feel loved. You make people feel heard. Like you make people feel like they matter, okay? And a lot of people probably don't get to feel that in other areas of their life. So when they connect with somebody like you, pile number 3, it's quite a big experience for them. It's quite a moving one and a very emotional one as well, because they feel seen, they feel heard. And this is something like, their parents probably never made them feel. So moving into teacher, we have learn, upskill, educate, and prepare. So this card talks about hidden talents arising to the surface to reveal your spiritual vocation. So I would have to say what people find attractive about you is that you are a vessel for the divine that unites them with their truth, right? So this is sort of telling me, like, when you call people out on their bullshit, it unites them with the truth. It also helps them connect with the divine, because I reckon you guys would say stuff that would trigger people to think, is that why that happened? And is that why that happened? So signs and synchronicities sort of play out here in regards to them feeling like maybe I do have a connection with the divine, is what I'm feeling. You say things to people that they don't want to hear, but they need to hear. People find this very attractive about you, okay? And that's what a teacher is all about. A teacher and a boss are very similar in the sense they're not there to be your friend. They're there to educate and upskill you, right? They're there to prepare you for what's to come. So no real good teachers should be liked. Teachers don't need to be, and bosses shouldn't need to be cunts. But at the same time, they're there to give constructive criticism to make you better, to prepare you for better things, greater things, right? This is you guys, right? And, we have the owl here. You're highly intuitive. You're highly knowledgeable in a lot of areas of life. People find this very attractive. It talks about walking the bridge between the seen and unseen realms, gives you boundless insight and experience to lead others. You guys are highly spiritual people. People find it very attractive that you work in the 3D and the 5D here. I feel like you guys have already on the path to your calling. You're already in touch with your spiritual gifts. You ask, you listen, you trust the oracle, like the divine. your relationship with the divine is highly attractive in the eyes of others. I feel like you are a natural leader, okay, because you don't see yourself as a superior to anybody else. Again, this is a perfect example of what I'm saying about a good teacher and a good boss doesn't try and be everyone's friends, because they've got to give constructive criticism, right? And, you know, some friends, well, a good friend will give constructive criticism, but you're not going to tell people what they want to hear. You tell them what they need to hear. Okay, that's what makes you a teacher. That's what makes you a good friend. That's what makes you a good boss. You don't just go on some fucked up rampage. You know how to let somebody down lightly. You know how to tell somebody something that's going to enhance their life, not destroy their life, is what I'm hearing. And people love this about you. They really do. It talks about being called to challenge outmoded ideas and harness more pioneering concepts and ways. So people, again, you teach people, right, how to get rid of their outdated concepts, their outdated values, their outdated like morals, right? People find this very attractive about you, that you help them grow, you help them shine. And I think a lot of you could be taking this by surprise. You might actually not be aware that this is what happens when people are in your energy. It's a very beautiful energy to, you know, be in. And it's definitely one that, that I feel like a lot of people appreciate, because you may meet a lot of surface level people, and after a meeting with you, they begin to pursue a higher perspective and richer, more richer or meaningful life, right? And this is after meeting you. This is after you applying your teacher, like your education, your preparation, whatever ideas it may be that the person needs to hear. So to close out your reading, we go to card number 37, the Dream Weaver. With this card, I feel like we have emergence, wish, visualize, conceive. People, what they find attractive about you is you're somebody who's taken their dreams and you've sewed them into your life. Everything you've dreamed of, you've achieved. People find this very attractive because it means you are stable, you're secure, you're very grounded in your goals, in your dreams. Yeah, you definitely have educated people around you that there is unlimited potential in whatever it is you want to accomplish, and people find this very attractive. You have a lot of unlimited potential. There is something very magical about you, and people definitely find this very attractive. You have a lot of balance within, okay? You have a lot of fierce determination, but you're quiet about it, is what I hear. Like, you're very fierce, okay? And you're very determined in birthing your dreams into reality, is what I'm picking up with this Dream Weaver. Like, if you see something that can be achieved, you achieve it. If you wish for something, you wish it into reality. It talks about setting your targets high in this book, right? So I feel like what people find attractive to you is because you've got high goals. You have set yourself very high, maybe unrealistic goals, but you achieve them. People find it very attractive that whatever you put into motion, you conquer, you succeed in whatever it is. And I really love this about you, pile number 3, because you teach people, or you reassure people, that the more you stay on your path and accept that a small milestone is still like a positive milestone. You help people to celebrate every step of the way. Like, so the message I'm sort of getting here, because I know that probably sounds like jibby jabby. It's like, you could be trying to achieve something and it's slowly moving, but what people find attractive about you is a small tiny win or a small milestone is still celebrated by you. You don't You don't ignore the small wins, and you don't just celebrate the big ones. People find this very attractive. Any kind of win is a positive win. And I feel like why people find this attractive about you is it because it makes them feel better about their own journey. Like their journey could be very slow moving in towards their dreams, right? But I feel like you educate people to stop having an emergent reaction towards achieving their goals so quickly. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination, that sort of vibe. And I feel like that's what people find very attractive about you. You're a very unique individual. You're not able to be put into a box. Who you are with one person is not who you are with another. You do treat everyone in accordingly to how they need to be treated. That's what a teacher does, right? A teacher's not going to treat everyone the same because that doesn't make sense. And the reason why you don't treat everyone the same is because like when you are teaching them, like you should treat everyone the same if it's in the basis of courtesy. Well, it depends if they deserve it. But when you are teaching a group of people, you could have one person who excels in one area of life and another person excels in another, and so forth. You don't go and teach them all the same thing, because somebody might already know that information and another person does not. So you need to adapt to everyone's wisdom, and I think you guys do this very, very well. But that is what I have for you. Let me know if you enjoyed that. If you are looking for a personal read, head over to my Etsy shop, and there is a whole bunch of listings there. But sending much love and light. Bye.